You may ask yourself, what's the inevitability of all my pursuits in this football game, understand, and the related culture? Now, before you go filling in the blanks, Derek Diablo, Del Boy, Diablo TV, like, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. And I'm the man who's been bringing football out in America, soccer, you understand? And that's another matter, because we gotta sue that other sport for calling themselves football. You can't have two products with the same name. But I digress, and what I'm gonna talk to you about is the business of football. The inevitability is me owning a football club. Yeah, you saw what happened with that fellow Ryan Reynolds once he got with Wrexham. It went up. And I got my eye on a particular football club, none of your business. But I started in thinking as a business. It's business, we bring it all together. Halftime show, we got team fighting. We got bands. We got loads of stuff, and it brings it together. Football brings the community together. So the business of football is what I've been already doing with this channel, and making a little pocket change. But there's a lot of money to be made in football. And I started thinking, well, how much do these teams cost? How much are they worth? I ain't know. Most people ain't gonna know this. MLS teams versus English teams, Premiership, Championship. So I went and looking into it. So the most valuable team I could find is Manchester United. Now I see the day last were valued at $5.95 billion. And then I see that Real Madrid and Barcelona, both of them are of over $5 billion. So you're going to that level, right? So that's, you're talking about the Manchester United Premiership. So let's knock it down one though. When you start getting to Championship, second division, British, yeah? It starts being that, for example, LAFC, that's our most valuable team, Inter Miami's getting more valuable now. But anyway, LAFC worth $900 million. In comparison, that's worth more than West Ham. West Ham ain't worth nowhere near that much, and that's Premier. So then the thing about this, like, let's just say Leeds, biggest away support of any club, I think, currently in the UK, right? He's one of them big names, Leeds United. They're only worth $380 million. LAFC worth $900 million. Then you look at you start going over to Miami. We was worth $585 million before Messi. Now the investment group invested another $79 million. So then you start going over, in comparison, West Ham worth only $381 million. Millwall only worth £36 million. Man, you gotta be careful that we don't just buy up the stadium and knock it down and put a Cuban restaurant. I wouldn't do that, because of the good people of Millwall. And I got mercy, you gotta pass. But, CCFC, the Great Bluebirds, Cardiff City FC, it's only £75 million. Miami worth over $600 million. So, there's lots of clubs out there. In the United States, we got our own football pyramid, as it's called. We don't have promotion relegation, but you know what? At first, I thought that was a bad thing, but now I see it's a good thing, because this way, the business is more sustainable, you understand? You can't have your big teams, the top level teams going down to smaller state. It don't make, lower league, it doesn't make sense. So, we got MLS, that's first division. We got USL, Championship. That's aim like British. That's our second division. And then you got a USL League One, and that's our third division. And then underneath that, you'd say is non-league, meaning to say amateur and semi-professional teams. And then there's 3 different leagues that comprise that. And then there's a bunch of other leagues below that, you could say. So it's same like British, except they got 4 divisions, and then 5th division non-league. Well, we got 3 divisions, but we're newer. We ain't got as many clubs, but we're coming up. And once soccer goes past basketball, it already went past baseball, go past hockey, go past NFL, because let's just have it right. NFL, American football, and basketball are racist. They favor white and black players. What about Asians, and what about Latinos, and what about smaller people, and all the new immigrant communities coming from that's coming to America? They don't play basketball, they don't play football, they didn't have the nourishment and the money and everything like that to grow so big. So fact of the matter is, football is the sport of the world. It's already the biggest sport. All you need is a ball. And you saw what Pele was doing in Brazil, using mangoes. And all those other sports, some other sports require fancy equipment or ice. Sorry, Jack. Soccer, football is #1 sport. And it's time for me to step into my rightful place as an owner of a football club, you understand? And I'm gonna follow none other than the great Sam Hammam, former owner of Cardiff City, understand? And that's his badge, which was given to me by one of his disciples. And I'm gonna bring the Sam Hammam Champagne Army style to America, you understand?